Hi all. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope all of you are having a great time wherever you are and you're being safe. I'm doing pretty good here myself. Like today was a sunny day in California. Outdoor dinings are open and we are at the end of pandemic. Hopefully. Hope for the best. So let's get started. So the reason I am making this video today is I'm getting a lot of questions lately regarding all the medications I have tried. I think mainly I'm getting questions about minoxidil and PRP. So I'm planning to talk about both of them along with other medications I have tried in the past and what I'm doing right now. And I would want to give some context on androgenic alopecia. So androgenic alopecia occurs it's the most common form of alopecia, so it happens to both men and women, and it occurs to this androgen or the hormone called dihydrotestosterone. And what this DHT does is like it kind of weakens the hair follicle and it thins it out. So if you had a very thick luscious hair, it will eventually start thinning out the hair follicle. For women it occurs in the crown area, whereas for men it occurs in this area. So for the women the hairline is intact, for men the hairline is affected because of this androgenic alopecia or androgenetic alopecia. And to be sure that you have an androgenic alopecia, I would suggest to visit a dermatologist if you see any kind of thinning, because there can be multiple reasons for seeing thinning. Don't assume that you have an androgenic alopecia. That might be something else. So do go out to a doctor, get your blood test done. That's exactly what I did when I was diagnosed like years back, 15 years back now. And I came to know that I have androgenic alopecia. And at that point of time, I had few medications. I think I tried laser hair treatment along with minoxidil. So I think what laser hair treatment does is kind of bombards your scalp with the laser rays uh, with the with the motivation of stimulating your follicles, so that you have more blood circulation on your head that stimulates your follicle, your hair growth is consistent, and eventually have a better hair. So that's the reason I think they do a laser hair therapy. And there is nothing, there are no side effects of laser hair therapy of what I know. Don't quote me on this, but I don't see any side effects of laser hair therapy. And I did that along with minoxidil. So minoxidil is one of the most common topical treatment you get for hair loss, like 2% and 5%. I think I tried 5% minoxidil. I did try for a couple of years and I stopped it because I didn't see much of difference in my hair. That's the reason I stopped it. But the most questions I get about minoxidil is, did I see a difference while using minoxidil? I don't think I did see a difference, but minoxidil is a very individual-oriented medication. It might work for you. It didn't work for me, but the other question I get is like, does stopping minoxidil cause more hair loss? Now, I didn't see extra hair loss or extra shedding because I stopped using minoxidil. So I never had like excessive shedding once I stopped minoxidil. So I wanted to get this out there. But do your research, see if minoxidil works for you, and see if it's a good solution for your hair loss. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this hormonal medication. So I did try finasteride. So I tried finasteride, I think somewhere at the time when I was 21, and that is a hormonal pill that is supposed to reduce your testosterone levels. So I was taking finasteride plus the iron pills because I am deficient on iron, and I took that for a couple of years. Looking back, I can tell that finasteride did improve the health of my hair to a certain extent, but I not extensively. Like I never got the hair I used to have before alopecia, but it did maintain my hair well. Now I didn't see any side effects of finasteride. Like I didn't see any hormonal disbalance in my body, anything like that, and I didn't even see excessive shedding when I stopped finasteride. I stopped finasteride after 2 years because I came to States and I was not able to find finasteride here so easily at that point of time. So I stopped taking finasteride around 20 to 23. For 2-3 years, I was not taking any medication other than the normal biotin for my hair. I was not doing anything extra for my hair for a couple of years because I was busy in studying, working and everything. But I did started noticing some more hair thinning around 26, 27. So I think around 4 or 5 years of stopping finasteride, that's when I started noticing my hair thinning again a bit more on the crown region. And I did my research on the different treatments are available out there, and one of the thing I was very interested in or intrigued with was PRP, and I did my thorough research. So PRP was used in medications since very long time. Initially, it was used to treat injuries, third-degree burns, and all those. And recently, it's being used for your hair growth. So, what PRP stands for? It's called platelet-rich plasma, and I think that it should not theoretically have any side effects, because they take your own blood and they separate the blood cells and plasmas. So they separate out plasma from your blood and they inject the plasma back into your scalp, because plasma is told to be the most nutrient part of your blood, and they want to directly inject nutrients to the follicles in your scalp. So I did go for 3 sessions of PRP. I will go through how it looks like. So I went there. I was scared. I mean, like, yeah, just like I was scared of syringe. So I went there. The doctor took my blood. He took around 10 minutes to separate the plasmas out of blood. He came with, I think, couple of injections or syringes, and which was full of like plasma plus some nutrients, and also a topical anesthesia, because you are going to be injected the solution in your scalp around 20 different places. So you'll be having 20 different needle pokes in your head. So they do kind of add anesthesia or do numbing on your scalp, so you don't feel pain at that time. And for me, it was easy, so it wasn't that painful experience. I think for the first 2 injections or the pokes, that's where I felt a bit pain. But after that, it was very much easy because anesthesia also started working. So I was fine for like 2-3 hours. I couldn't feel any pain in my head. But after that, I did had a heavy head. Like, it just feels heavy. It's not a headache, but per se, but it's a heavy head feeling. And it did stay for like I think 5-6 hours. But next day I was fine. So it didn't give me any kind of uneasiness. My second PRP session was 1.5 months after the first one, and the third one also was 1.5 months apart. So in the time frame of 6 months, I went for 3 times of the PRP session. I did see around I think 6 months after my PRP, I did see a good change in my hair texture. It was thicker. It looked voluminous, and I actually even saw a lot of hair texture difference and hair growth at the back of my head as well. When they were injecting the PRP solution, it was mostly on my crown region, but I saw the good effects everywhere on my scalp, even on the back of my head. So it did work. I wouldn't say when I look back, I do feel that PRP did work. It's just that I feel I didn't go for any maintenance sessions of it. So I didn't. If you go for PRP, after your first 3 PRP sessions, you're supposed to go for maintenance sessions every 9 to 10 months. So I didn't go for that. And eventually, after a year and a half, I did see the thinning coming back, what I used to have before the PRP. But now I think now I'm finally accepted wearing hair. I started wearing hair, so I'm not so much bothered about it. But PRP, from all the things I've mentioned here, I think PRP was the most beneficial treatment for my hair. And if you're somebody who has just started seeing thinning in your crown or in your hair, PRP is definitely one of the best solutions out there. But I would suggest you to go to a dermatologist first, get your blood test done, see all the deficiencies you have and why exactly you're seeing thinning, and then go for PRP. But looking back, PRP is a very good alternative for hair treatment. And the most common hair treatment is obviously a hair transplant, but I am too scared of trying it. I don't think I'll ever try it, so I don't have any thoughts on it or any experience on it. But PRP I do, and I really apologize that I don't have before and after pictures of PRP, because at that point of time I was not documenting my progress. But from the experience, I can tell that it did good for my hair for that a year and a half time period. So if you're thinking about PRP, definitely go for it. But it's a maintenance thing. You cannot just stop it. Like it's a good cycle. Every year or something, you need to go for a maintenance session for PRP. So these are my thoughts on PRP. I hope you guys liked hearing about it, and please feel free to leave comments on this video about all the kind of treatments you are doing. And if there's something else you guys want me to talk about, to make a video about, feel free to write anything in the comment. I want comment section to be like a conversation between different people facing similar kind of problems, so that all of us know we are not alone when it comes to the world of alopecia, and we can share our secret home remedies, treatments, research, and all of that. So yeah, feel free to leave anything on the comment section or any videos you guys want to see. Feel free to DM me. So I have been talking with a lot of you all on Instagram with your queries, your questions, and anything and everything. So feel free to DM me on my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram in the description box below. And yeah, do give thumbs up to this video, so I know you guys are liking what I'm talking here, and I'm not here to ramble at the end of the day. So yeah, I just hope I hope you guys liked this video, and do subscribe, do share, do give me ideas about what all things you want to see or know more about, and I am here for it. So I hope all of you guys have a great day. You are staying safe and an amazing weekend. Bye you all.